So I want to talk about this idea that Trump has failed to get Mexico to pay for the wall like he promised, and I want to debunk it by using an article from CNN.
The Bureau does not do that. We do not get involved until a crime is committed and has risen to the level of our radar. There were actual crimes. Now you know everything, is that it? Now you're a Superman with X-ray vision?
No, but I think I should be allowed a single day to
Predict if someone might commit a crime? Who are you, the fucking thought police?
So what this article shows is that one of the ways, it goes through several ways that Trump could make Mexico pay for the wall. Okay, and so it sort of lays out the possibilities for that. One of those is a tax on what is called a remittance. Okay, and a remittance is essentially money transfers that go from America to the home country, whatever it is, Mexico in this case. And so what this says is that between January and November of 2016, $24.6 billion flowed back to the pockets of Mexico from friends and relatives living overseas, according to Mexico's central bank. So there's about $20 billion that Mexicans in America send that they earned in America back to Mexico to their family, and that's called a remittance. So one of the ways to make Mexico pay for the wall would be to put a tax on remittances from Mexican immigrants in the United States. So it wouldn't be forcing the Mexican government to pay for the wall, it would be forcing Mexican immigrants, and mostly illegal immigrants, to pay for the wall. And how would they do this? Well, they did something like it in Oklahoma. If you use a wire transfer service, something like Western Union, you would have to, and you're going from the US to Mexico, you just essentially have to pay a fee. They actually, they charge a fee on each individual transfer of $5. So each time you send any amount of money, you have to pay $5, and then an additional 1% if it's over $500. And that raised them $67.2 million, which they used for their State Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs Control. So this worked for Oklahoma, and CNN's actual only argument for a reason not to do this is because they're against taxes all of a sudden. So, yeah, I'm not really buying that. Yeah, apparently this CNN article also says that the average remittance from Mexico is about $300. Essentially, Mexico's most lucrative natural resource are the people who leave home. So they admit that a very large amount of incoming revenue to Mexico is these remittances. Remittances help drive Mexico's economy, from paying for new home construction to schools, especially in low-income areas. The cash transfers from the U.S. have also been growing faster than wages and inflation, and it's a critical time for Mexico's economy, which is showing signs of weakness. So essentially, this is a really big leverage point that the U.S. has over Mexico, because Mexico really relies on the $23 billion that comes in from remittances from the U.S. So this could be a really good way to get $5 billion is from that pool of remittance, since it's all just being sent out of the country, and not a single dollar of it should be leaving the country. It's like there's no reason not to tax immigrant families sending money out of the country. That's precisely the kind of thing that hurts our economy. So this would be a really easy way to fix it, and it's brought to you by CNN. If you want to see more reactions to crazy globalist bullshit, propaganda in the mainstream media, then subscribe. If you want to see lies and, socialist fake news debunked, subscribe. Okay, you can only get it from Thought Crime.